One wrong move in prison can cost you your life. And in the cafeteria, the heart of inmate politics, every glance, every bite, every seat is a test. Today, you'll hear the true story of how one single mistake during lunch almost sparked a riot that would have changed everything. The prison cafeteria isn't just where you eat. It's where power is measured, alliances are tested, and the weak are exposed. Forget the yard. This is where wars start. Now picture this, a young guy, barely 21, new to the system. We'll call him Eddie. He'd been locked up just 2 weeks. Scrawny, nervous, eyes darting like a rabbit in a cage. He didn't know the rules yet. And that ignorance? It was about making him the center of everyone's attention. On his third lunch inside, Eddie grabbed his tray, mashed potatoes, a lump of meatloaf, watery beans, and scanned the room. Rows of tables split by colors and codes. The gangs had carved out invisible borders, the Southsiders in the back, the blacks to the left, the whites by the wall, and the independents. Well, they were scattered, if they dared to sit at all. Eddie didn't know the rule. You don't sit where you don't belong, and that's when he made the wrong move. He sat down at a table that wasn't his. Right in the middle of the Southsiders section. One of the shot callers, big guy, tattoos running up his neck, just stared at him. The entire table froze. Then, with a voice calm but dangerous, he said, "Yo, what do you think you're doing?" Eddie froze. He didn't know whether to get up, apologize, or pretend he didn't hear. But in prison, hesitation is a weakness, and weakness invites predators. So he just mumbled, "I'm just trying to eat, man." Wrong answer. In a heartbeat, 2 guys stood up, ready to snatch his tray and make an example out of him. To them, it wasn't just about seating, it was about respect, about territory. Eddie had just trespassed. A guard was nearby, but in cafeterias, guards often look the other way unless blood spills. Everyone else stopped eating. The whole room waited to see what would happen. That's when a voice from across the cafeteria cut through the tension. It was Reggie, an older lifer, someone who'd earned respect from every group inside. He slammed his spoon on the table and shouted, "Yo, chill, he's new, he doesn't know." The Southsiders paused. Their leader turned his head toward Reggie. A silent conversation happened with just a look. Should we let this slide or make it permanent? And here's the terrifying truth. Eddie's life was balancing on a knife's edge, all because of one seat. The leader finally leaned back, cracked his knuckles, and smirked. He took Eddie's tray, scooped the meatloaf with his bare hands, and dropped it on the floor. "Get out of here before we change our minds." Eddie grabbed his tray, shaking, and backed away. The room erupted in laughter, but everyone knew it could have gone another way. 1 second more, one wrong word, and that cafeteria would have exploded in violence. That day, Eddie learned the most important lesson. In prison, food isn't just food. It's politics, survival, and power. And one wrong move can make you a target forever. Think about that. Something as simple as where you sit at lunch could decide whether you live to see tomorrow. On the outside, you and I take it for granted. Cafeterias are just noisy rooms with bad food. But in prison, they're battlegrounds with invisible lines. Eddie was lucky. Reggie's words carried weight. If he hadn't spoken up, Eddie might have been stabbed before dessert. That's not exaggeration, that's reality. It's a reminder for anyone listening. In prison, survival isn't about strength alone. It's about awareness, respect, and knowing the rules before you break them. So next time you sit down to eat in peace, remember, Eddie. Remember that in another world, a single chair, a single tray could be the difference between life and death. Because in prison, every move matters. And in the cafeteria, one wrong move can be your last. Would you survive a prison cafeteria? Comment below. If you found this story gripping, hit that like button. Subscribe for more insane prison tales and share this with a friend who thinks they could handle prison life. Trust me, they have no idea what it's really like.